RAKAKA.se. I'm Anders and I'm standing here together with Socke from Germany, and I have to start off by asking, you're from Germany, you're playing in Germany right now. How does that feel compared to anything else? I mean, does it help to have people cheering for you, and do they cheer for you?
Well, I think there's people cheering for me no matter where I play, or at least I hope that's the case. Played often in Germany. I'd say the major advantage is travel time to get here. It's just no problem with jet lag, and also maybe just feel a bit more comfortable. Like if people in the shop speak German and stuff. But as far as fan support, it's good here. It's good everywhere. So I don't care too much.
And you did not make it through the group yesterday. I mean, just briefly, tell us about the group. It started off quite alright, but then it kind of went worse.
Yeah, I beat Vortex and Snooter, both 2-0. Matches weren't too hard, even though I wasn't playing very good. They ended up getting the 5th and 6th place, I think only getting a win between the two of them. So those were the easiest guys in the group. I managed to beat them. After that I played Violet. I lost 0-2. I had chances to win both games with different decisions, with better micros, but he played very well, played better than me, so I won there. Then I played Mana, I ended up losing 1-2. Second map, I think I got a build or loss. First map, I got a build or win. And the third map, it was kind of even until one point where I'd say I made a micro mistake because he was moving up the ramp. I saw that he was going to do that, so okay. I was like, the arms were kind of even, so I wanted to force field it in half, but then the sentry was stuck behind the stalkers and couldn't force field, and then he force fielded all my stuff and it all died in the end. But had I been able to force field it or had the sentry a little bit more in front, maybe he even saw that, that's why he moved up like that. It was a very risky move. I would have been ahead in that game. And then against Sting, I thought I had scouted the third CC in the first game, so that's why I died without a chance to the 2-base push, trying to take a third and stuff, which I couldn't really. In the second game as well, I blindly assumed that he had a third base, and I took 2-base again because of that, so that was a bit silly as far as in-game scouting or knowledge by Migo. So yeah, aside from the last series, I think I played okay overall.
I think maybe if we can move over here, because it's blowing wind really hard, so I'm thinking maybe if we stand over here and continue.
Oh yeah.
And so okay. But one thing I think we saw yesterday was it went really good for the Koreans, as you would maybe expect. But I mean, some people would have maybe argued now when you're playing HOTS, maybe the playing field would have been like a little bit more equal. But it's still, I mean, Koreans are still strong. And do you feel that's how it's going to stay?
Well, as far as the results go here, it's as good as any other Cebit tournament. I think one thing that factors into it is that most of the good Terran players, also which are here, are Koreans. Terran is pretty similar to play as WoW was, and also they're very strong at the moment. So that's going to consider it, and just overall they have very good mechanics and strong nerves, good game sense. And even though like the playing field might have leveled a bit, even for the foreigners, there were some people who didn't quite benefit from the change to HOTS.
That's true.
So it goes both ways with getting ups and downs as far as HOTS goes.
Do you think it was the right decision by EM to go for HOTS in this tournament, even though the game isn't released and the beta is closed?
Yeah, I think most of the viewers are quite happy that we're already playing HOTS in such a prestigious tournament. I think many were looking forward to some big changes, because gameplay has been getting a bit stale over the last 6 to 12 months with like easy 40-minute timing, and it's just a new fresh wind for the game, and I think most people like it.
Okay, and I mean, you did a really good performance in Poland. For example, you won the Sick Nerd Border prize and all that stuff. And I mean, how confident were you going into this tournament, seeing that it went so good in Poland? And I mean, what did you expect when you went in?
Well, I think the last tournament didn't really have an impact on my confidence or absence of confidence here. HOTS is lots of things have changed in HOTS, and also nobody still really knows how to play it. Like many have like their own style. There's some similarities, but still kind of open and there's no strict meta game yet. Also, everybody like you didn't see most of the people play. So many people were using Smurfs. So and you had no tournament background. And this guy is so good and is on this level now, and this guy is on this level now. So you didn't know. So I could have either been the best player or the worst player, and I didn't know it before playing matches.
I wanted to ask about, when you mentioned Smurf, I came to think about all these barcodes accounts that's on the ladder. What do you think about like all the accounts being barcodes? Like, do you think it takes away maybe some of the like interest in looking at the ladder and looking who's the best? And what do you think about the barcodes? That's all this?
I don't really care about the ladder too much as far as prestige goes, or the number one ladder. Yeah, I'm so good. So because of the match history thing, which is in StarCraft 2, you can check your builds or at least get the odds. I found it quite a good thing to be able to hide this, so you could ladder playing real strategies and without like giving away vital information to his own opponent. So I like I didn't like the whole barcode thing, but it was necessary.
You used it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, looking at the players who are still left in the tournament right now, Ret, for example, did a really good showing yesterday. But I mean, overall, how do you think the tournament is gonna pan out?
I think the Korean Terrans are going to dominate. I said it before, and then I'm still of that opinion that Terrans quite strong at the moment. We have some very, very good Terran players here, so I think one of them is going to win.
Okay. Well, thank you for the interview and good luck in the future and in HOTS.
Thanks.